Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached. Did you think because we were 10 minutes late that we wouldn't be here? Totally? No, absolutely not. I'm caught on the I-95 North, coming back home from work. It's crazy outside, but we made it, man. Conrad is on time as usual, but I'm in the building, ready to rock and roll. I'm 10 minutes late. We're 10 minutes late, but we are 10 minutes on time because we are right here ready to rock and roll for another edition of Everything Pro Wrestling, and Hubbard Wrestling Weekly presents Clash of the By God podcast. I would say something clever. I would say something sexy. I would say something cool, but we're 10 minutes late. So Conrad, my brother, drop that thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is episode 150. 150 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Don't say we don't bring it. We bring it every week. We appreciate all of you. I saw someone dropped off a super chat for us beforehand. I didn't forget. I'm getting to everything. We are in speed rush mode, but make sure you guys do us a favor. If you're watching, like and subscribe, not only to this channel that you're watching on right now, but make sure you are also like and subscribe over to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. That is Sean's channel as well. You may see a special pop up there. You may get something special. And we usually have a lot of Hubbonomics going on over there where Sean will break down a classic, or maybe it's the latest storyline in pro wrestling. So you guys want to make sure you are locked in for that. With that being said, man, we're going to jump right into these shout outs. Like I said, we're trying to make up for lost time here, and we shall do that. I'm turning your comments on so you guys can see him. Clown is in the house.
Pleasey, 1-3Z, 4-Tweezy.
Says, afternoon, everyone. As happy as I am that Naomi won the title, I can't help but feel that this was the E's petty attempt to steal the weekend by sacrificing the Naomi Jade storyline for a quick news blip.
Interesting.
More on that momentarily. Ray Thompson.
Ray, what up, though? He says, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed their wild wrestling weekend. We certainly did, man. A lot to talk about.
Yes,
he continues by saying Swerve, Ospreay versus Bucks, Hangman versus Moxley, Omega versus Okada, Rhea versus Sky, and the IC triple threat are my favorite matches of the weekend. I would say that we're pretty much in lockstep, Ray.
Yes. Ray also goes on to say All In gets an A+ from me. I'm softening my stance. I know we said A when we did the review, Sean. By the way, that review, fantastic numbers. I know all of you probably checked it out. Thank you for that. And I think it really boosted us up, man. And like I said, when people talk AEW, me, Sean, Derek, whomever, Rob, doesn't matter who's on here. We've been talking about AEW before AEW even had a show.
Stop playing.
We've been here since day one. I'm done. If someone comes up that's brand new, you better tell them get behind Conrad Cushman and Everything Pro Wrestling. You better get behind Hubbard Wrestling Weekly and Sean Hubbard. Get in the back of the line. We've been here. We're doing the work, and we've been doing the work. So just keep that in mind.
Big weekend for the Clash, guys. I want to piggyback off of Conrad. I'm talking real fast because we are making up for time. Big numbers for Everything Pro Wrestling. Big numbers for Hubbonomics. We are doing great, and it's all because of you guys. And that being said, Sir Quilly in the building. He says, what's up, Conrad, Sean, and chat? Your boy, Sir Quills, is back again to enjoy two of my favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for episode 150 of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God podcast. Hashtag EPW. Hashtag HWW. Hashtag thank you. Back at you, my guy. He says all AEW, all in WWE Evolution were the best shows of the weekend without question. Didn't get a chance to see ROH Supercard of Honor. I heard it was quite good as well. That synopsis is pretty much on the money. Saturday night's main event. Obviously, I'm a big Jim fan. Obviously, I'm a Seth Rollins fan. There's a lot to talk about. It kind of flopped for creative reasons and for some very unfortunate reasons.
And I should have had this one come up first. Joel, our good friend, always in the Combat World game, says, can't wait to hear about the weekend and TNA. We are going to talk TNA Slammiversary, Sean. I did pull a fast weekend. One and added
boy.
That.
That's yours. Let's go.
Almost forgot. And we have another one. We have a $20 super chat from our good friend Joe Compton. Nice. Joe, if I had a cowboy hat or a hat near me right now, I would tip my cap to you. He said, we need to count our blessings. We were truly blessed with a great weekend of pro wrestling. The whole wrestling spectrum was covered, from death match to technical to high flying and everything in between. Joe, No better words, my friend. I think McKinney has a comment that was just like that when I first came in here and was talking with you guys. So I am not mad at it, my brother. Thank you, Joel, and thank you, Joe Compton. Appreciate it. Whether it's $2 or $100, we appreciate every dollar.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. M. Leezy, Fo, Sheezy. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a good wrestling weekend, and let's kick the week off right with the two aces of our pro wrestling community. M. Leezy, I'm going to say it. He's official. He's the official online Guru. Social media correspondent for Clash of the Podcast. Let's call it what it is, man. It's a whole unofficial, unauthorized. No, he's crossed over to. He's our social media correspondent.
He's running things in the Discord. He's running things everywhere, man. So we appreciate you, Matt. Thank you. He said All In killed it. ROH killed it too. And we're going to get into all of those matches. McKinney in the house.
He says, yo, before I say my usual stick, you can't see me, but I am giving wrestling a standing ovation. Clap, clap, clap. No matter what you wanted to see over the weekend, wrestling fed you to bursting. I could dig that, bro. I agree with you. He goes on to say with his traditional words of wisdom, yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire Live chat and my two favorite homies to talk wrestling Clash of the Podcast to let y'all know that pride makes mountains out of molehills. Ask for help. Amen, brother. Amen.
That's a fact, man. Going back into this, we got our good friend Vinny.
The only Vinny we like.
Says happy Monday and God bless. That's good enough for me, Vinny.
Yes, God bless you too, man.
Hope things are going well in the league, my good friend. By the way, we're streaming on Kick tonight. First episode of Clash on Kick. The Kick numbers didn't look great, but if you're over there, we're there. So follow us. Show us some love.
Yes.
Miracles in the house. I'm trying to get to who we haven't said anything to yet. Miracle,
I'm searching for a miracle. I believe the impossible.
Thank you, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. XG Dub in the house.
What up, X? Appreciate you, man. You've been flowing with us all weekend. Flowing us all weekend. Period. All the time.
Yes, and enjoy. I know you're at work, so hopefully we can brighten up the day for you. Matt Lopez says G1 this weekend and TNA Slammiversary. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Guy
will gamble. Always a pleasure, man. Glad you're here. He says, what's good, everybody, between Tony and Monet. Leo Margits makes the WSOP main event final table in Evolution. The ladies did it this weekend. That's a fact.
Yes, good weekend. Doug is in the house. Doug usually hits us with the teach me. Here we go. Teach him how to Dougie. Hey. Doug, what is good, man?
What up, Doug?
Appreciate you, man. What's this XP thing on YouTube now? I actually just added that. It shows who's like the top fan in the chat and stuff like that. Fun for you guys to get into. I don't know. Have fun with it. I don't take it personal. I'd rather see you guys here and talking with us. Delay Gratz in the house, man. What's good, Delay?
What up, man?
You've been everywhere too.
Yeah, showing love on Hubbernomics, on EPW, all over the place. We appreciate you, man.
We do. I appreciate it. We got that just all in, LOL.
Well, see what you did there.
Not mad at it. BJ says, hey, y'all, happy Monday. Got y'all on the 75-inch while I'm preparing dinner. Can't wait to hear your thoughts about the weekend. Send some
B Jizzle, we appreciate you, my G.
Yes. I told Sean, man, we all got to collab one day. I don't know if it's going to be a special clash on here, maybe on Hub side. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we're going to collab.
We got some stuff cooking for SummerSlam weekend. Maybe we can make it work on at that particular occasion. We'll talk.
Yeah. Set it up. T-Ferg's in the house as well. What's good, gentlemen? All In was good. I'm going to subscribe to ROH and check out Supercard of Honor. Not a WWE fan, but happy for the ladies that performed at Evolution 2, although not promoted well. We will get into that.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, they only put 8,500 seats in there, but they could have done more if they promoted it right.
Yeah, always. And hopefully that works itself out. And Sean, I think there's no better place to start than talking about some Evolution.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Evolution is a mystery. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Evolution, all women's I almost said pay-per-view. PLE. Sorry,
I'm saying pay-per-view. I'm saying pay-per-view because it's stupid. PLE is stupid.
Trying to be correct here in their vernacular.
Just stop it.
We had a triple threat. Well, let's start with what opened. I didn't even have a picture of this. Stephanie McMahon coming out. Now, I don't have a lot of complaints about the show. I mean this truthfully. This is my one thing I'm going to complain about.
I think I know where you're going, and I think I feel the same way.
Bro, you can go first then, because I need to gather my thoughts before I say something crazy.
What is Stephanie doing out there? What the heck is Stephanie doing out there? And for anybody who has lost a brain cell or 500, I'm talking about Stephanie McMahon, not Stephanie Vicker, just in case there might have been any, disconnect in translation. What the heck is Stephanie doing out there? Stephanie's just, you're just riding the coattail. Maybe she had something to do with Evolution 1. Maybe she had something to do with the call-ups of the original horsewomen, etc. But my God, man. You talk about riding coattail. How dare you go in there with Stephanie Vicker and share that moment with her? How dare you co-host this event? What a fugazi appearance. I was disgusted by that. That got the night totally off on the wrong foot for me, Conrad.
Yes. What up, Zach? Appreciate you.
What up, Zach?
Fam,
maybe I didn't articulate that very, very nicely. Maybe you could do it a little better than I did.
No, brother, I don't think I can. All right, I'm coming in here, and I hear Stephanie, and it reminded me of when they first started the women's evolution in WWE, and I was like, go away. And I keep yelling this. I'm going to keep yelling this. Does she work for this company or not?
It's ridiculous.
Because you release people, but you got her coming back, and I know it's not for free. There's no way.
No, it's not.
There's no way. She has podcasts, but we don't have room for, insert your wrestler that's on the lower part of the card here. What are we doing? I don't understand it. I find it very annoying. It comes off as disingenuous, and I really believe that they're trying to rewrite the McMahon name. I feel like they're trying to wash everything that was before and rewrite it.
That's
just how I feel. If you guys don't like it, call me out on it if I'm wrong, but I don't like it. And Vinny says it best. It was cringe.
It was cringe, Vinny. And I'll tell you something, Conrad. Just watching that just made me want to throw up, man. I am so sick. I am so sick of this woman coming out of nowhere. She's opening up night 2 of WrestleMania. She's hosting Evolution. What are you even doing here, bro? Go home. Go home. Nobody wants you here. Whatever, bro. It's cringe indeed. It is cringe indeed.
Yes. I hope I'm saying your name right. Attikins43. I saw you just say, feel free to add me on Discord. Our Discord, I just put it in on the YouTube side of things, but feel free to jump in, my friend. It's there. And if you can't find it, EPW show at me and I'll send you a personal link. I agree with Miracle. He said, agree, my brother's why is she out there? I don't want to take away from the ladies of the show because Stephanie was just on the panel and it annoyed me. But we'll get into that more.
I'm glad it annoyed you because you're usually the one that reels me back in, Sean. It's not that bad. But I was like, what the heck, bro?
Now that was trash. Pure garbage doo-doo butter. I didn't like that. But then we kicked things off right. We got into an intercontinental 3-way match here with Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, and Becky Lynch. We've seen the chemistry between Lyra and Becky, and I thought adding Bayley to the mix can't go wrong, right? Should get better.
Can't go
wrong.
I
think it did. I really, really enjoyed this match.
The story was told. The triple threat situation turned out to be exactly what it should have been. They made up for the lack of storytelling with tremendous in-ring talent. I think Becky's pin was one of the most, I'd say, creative I've ever seen. Lyra represented well. Bayley represented well. I would say Bayley actually carried the match, in my humble opinion. And when it was all said and done, I was thrilled. You talk about getting the night off started on the run. And it was a very surreal moment for me when the bell rang and the fans just started cheering before there was any contact. I was like, let's go. I was like, let's do this, man. Maybe WWE can surprise me tonight. And boy, did they.
Rob, you cut it out with your trolling. You sound like me and BJ when we were talking to each other. Stephanie invented women, at least according to WWE. Yeah.
Put that Stephanie invented. I love that comment. I love that. Yeah, if it wasn't for Stephanie, no woman would even be walking the face of the earth.
Let's see here. BJ said Becky has felt like a void to me, though. I'm not sure why. Heel Cena has more substance than heel Becky. So I'll tell you this, BJ, and these are just little personal preferences. And Sean, feel free to add yours.
Please.
I don't like heel Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is meant to be a face. Like, we all have like the tag partner we prefer out of the two, or you usually go, I like this person better as a face than a heel. You know, some people could do both, some people can't. But there's times I just prefer babyface Becky. I don't know. It's just me, maybe.
I like babyface Becky, but I also like heel Becky because she's a savage when she wants to be.
Yeah, Vinny said banger on this match, and I will agree with that. I think at one point this was my match of the night here until we get a little deeper into the card.
So we get a little. That's what she said. So we get a little deeper
in the card, folks. Quill said 9 out of 10. Great match to start the show. Becky Lynch pen was so smooth in the finish. Right woman won here. Yep. Told y'all last week, even with the lackluster build they would put on a show, and Evolution was a 9.5. Okay. Interesting. Becky is cringe as a heel. She tries too hard.
Okay, I'll give you that. I mean, but she hits some bangers sometimes though.
Miracle side, I prefer Becky as big time Bex. Listen, I'm not mad if you guys enjoy it. Like, enjoy it. Do your thing. We get into what was next? Was it the tag match?
The tag championship fatal 4-way. Yes, man. Yes, sir.
We know what happened in this one here. Judgment Day, we're able to get the win. Liv's replacement, she did good. A lot of people thought that maybe we were going to get the Bella twins in this. That did not happen. Sean, I'm interested.
We want Charlotte chance. Listen, man, we were just talking about the 4 horsewomen on Friday, and
on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Make sure you guys go subscribe.
Thank you, brother. And we've all agreed, and I think it's still a correct statement that she's the most hated out of the 4. But Charlotte kind of endeared herself to me and the crowd last night. Like, it was like Charlotte almost humbled herself. Like, that was cool. Like, she was having fun walking down the aisle. They were kind of trolling each other in a fun way. And then, she saved Alexa Bliss from the spear. It was nice. It was like, and I hate to say the word nice is kind of like weird in a situation like that. Was nice, but it was like, look at Charlotte. Okay, Char.
Yes. BJ, I will fix that correction momentarily. You are correct, actually, that was the 3rd match, I believe. Okay. Charlotte was cheered because she was in Atlanta. Yes, I said it. I'm with XG Dub. It was the article. I think the article helped as well.
I think so too.
Let me see here. Ooh, Joe Compton. Interesting. Stephanie didn't bother me. Joe Test needed a co-host. Who else would they put on? They needed a woman since it was Evolution. Yeah, I mean, they could have found 2 other folks to do somebody.
There you go. I respect your opinion, but no.
Or had Big E in the spot. At least he's been championing them the whole time.
Facts.
Yeah, maybe Charlotte actually gets to have fun.
Look, I'm gonna say something that might be a little bit kind of crazy. I'm gonna say something that's kind of like a little bit wild almost. I don't think Stephanie McMahon deserved to be there. Forget how cringe it was, forget how annoying it was, forget how out of place it was. I don't think Stephanie McMahon deserved to be there. Period.
Yeah. BJ brought up the women's legends. We'll jump into that portion of it. By the way, I thought the tag match, even though it was a little clunky at times, I still thought it delivered, especially at the end. Asuka and Kyrie, good to see them in the ring too. And Sol Ruka, who's going to complain about seeing Sol Ruka and
I'm not complaining about the entrance. I know that much.
Zarya, they crushed it. My. Where was BJ's comment? They had how many women's legends in the crowd? They could have used them. I'm not so mad that they did it though, because you do have to have the day where you're like, yeah, no more. We're focusing on these people that are here. You've had your time. We're past that. We got to focus in on them. They gave us a little bit, but I hear what you're saying too, though, BJ. They could have been in the Battle Royal maybe to add some star power to it, but it's what it is. I'm not mad at it either way.
It's what it is.
Jumping into it, BJ did point out that we jumped ahead one. We did have Jordan Grace versus
there we go.
JC Jane.
Oh, the highlight of the night. Oh, yeah, here we go.
I wish you guys could see the text messages between me and Sean. I got the worst voice note that I could ever
that
get.
Was great. You should play it, Conrad. I don't mind. You should play it right now. Play it. Put it up to your microphone and play it.
I don't know how good this is going to sound here.
You should try. I'm telling you. Listen, I want everybody to listen very carefully. This is the reaction to what Blake Monroe did to Jordan.
Hold on here. I have to
this
verify.
Is great.
I have to verify this. All right, let me just confirm.
That's great.
Yeah, just like I said. Jordan Grace makes me sick. I love it.
This is what I have to deal with, people. That's not even the whole thing. I cut it off right there, but you get the gist of it. That is the voice memo I got from Sean. Just poo-pooing all over Jordan Grace.
That's right.
Honestly, though, you know what I sent you. The syndrome.
Yeah.
Dumb baby face syndrome. Why would you start trusting her out of nowhere for this? To me, it was the right call, though.
It was.
Blake Monroe, way better as a heel. The whole little baby face biting your finger, I was over it. I'm like, all right, enough. Like,
You're not feeling it? Okay, right.
Not as a face. Like, enough. She's a heel. She just has that. Can I say? I don't want to say a bad word.
No,
we'll say RBF. You can look up what it is.
Oh my.
But
okay.
When she has that, and she's not going to play these games, and I love it. Now, that's going to add into TNA later, because now we know who is going to face Masha Slamovich in a title versus title. More on that momentarily. But, yeah, it happened. Sean, anything you want to add? Or
I just think Jordan Grace is overrated, bro. I think Jordan Grace is overrated. I've always thought that she was more hype than substance. I've never liked her. I predicted that Blake Monroe would turn on her, not because I really knew that that's what was going to happen, but because I wanted it to happen. I don't like Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace annoys me. And what happened at Evolution was a twofold success. Number one, Jordan Grace loses. That means I'm happy. And number two, Blake Monroe is a heel the way she always should be.
And it seems like a lot of people agree with it. BJ, talking about my second biggest heel of the night after Stephanie, Michael Cole botched this heel turn so bad. Bro, there was another one when he yelled Candice Michelle when it was Candice.
Yeah,
like,
she did mess
Candice
up.
Michelle, who are you talking about? Yo,
Right,
I was like, Wade Barrett, I need you to do a bullhammer one more time, please. Please.
One more time.
I need you right now. Just don't know.
We heard that later on today too.
Yeah. Vinny said Michael Cole had a rough night. Yeah. Hey, D Rich, what's good, man? Welcome. Michael Cole sure loves Candice Michelle. Kept saying that.
Sure did.
Yeah, he had a rough night. Michael Cole did for sure. Going into guys, if I get this order wrong, we're flowing right now. We'll go into the next match: Jade Cargill versus Naomi. What'd you think of this one, Sean? I mean, they built up to this for a long time.
It was clunky, but it was good. It did not disappoint. I was very impressed with both. I felt like they all did a good job. I think that Bianca Belair, unfortunately, didn't do that great of a job. I hated her as a referee. And you know how I feel about Bianca Belair. I love Bianca Belair. But Bianca Belair as a referee was kind of clunky, kind of annoying. And when I say clunky, that's the clunky part. Bianca Belair as the referee, asking, are you okay? Trying to make eye contact, trying to make friends, trying to make sure both parties are all right. Face it, Bianca, neither one of them like you. Turn heel, make everybody happy. But the bottom line is, Jade Cargill, she produced in the match pretty well. She performed pretty, and then Naomi was outstanding in a losing effort, but outstanding nonetheless. It was a situation where it was like, wow, she's going to lose twice, WrestleMania and Evolution. But as we would find out later on, Naomi wasn't the loser this night, but she did lose this match.
Yeah, They did what they had to do in this one.
Can you say Edge 2006 New Year's Revolution? That's what I was thinking about. Didn't he lose to Ric Flair in the opening match and then come back and oh my?
I don't remember what his match was. If you're right, great.
His match was versus Ric Flair for the Intercontinental Championship, and he lost.
Much better memory than me. Like I said, it gets fuzzy around 05 for me a little bit. Yeah, they did well. Everything I'm complaining about is so nitpicky in this show. Like the little TV spot with the sparks, I was like, oh, brother. Like, did you need that? But Jay Cargill wins, planting her through the table. I thought it was well done. Jay Cargill is getting a title shot. We're going to talk about that here when we recap the end of this show. I believe after that, we had the WWE Women's title match, and Trish Stratus returned. And if you thought Trish Stratus was washed, she was back.
But I'm going to say something to you that's going to surprise you, man. Worst match of the night.
Really? You didn't like it?
Worst. I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it was the worst match of the night. I want you to pay attention to my vernacular. Trish versus Tiffany Stratton was the worst match of the night. Now think about what I'm saying.
In a great card like this?
In a great card where everybody knocked it out the park, this was about a double or a triple.
I'm gonna say that not my least favorite. We already talked about my least favorite match, which was the one you laughed at and we discussed. That was my least favorite match.
Oh, was it? Okay, because I thought they did pretty good NXT. All right.
They did. She held it down for what she was doing, but it was just kind of like meh. And I was more annoyed at what we're doing with these two here. And like I said, we'll get more so into that. But Trish, I thought did pretty well here.
She did do pretty well.
She took a beating on some of those moves, and then that moonsault at the end, I was a little worried.
She fell right on her face, and the referee checked on her too.
Yeah, she got it good, but the PME, pretty moonsault, and yeah, she did her thing. Tiffany Stratton retains the championship here. I'm going in here to get some comments. Bianca didn't need to be there as the referee, in my opinion. She did nothing. I kind of agree.
I agree. She got the bigger pop at Saturday night's main event when the announcement was made by Nick Aldis, but when she actually showed up at Evolution, it was not that good.
Can I do more nitpicky stuff here?
Please.
Why was she the referee again when she said she didn't know how to be a referee last time? And then they were like, yeah, this is exactly what we needed. Like, they think we forget these things. What are we doing? That doesn't make sense. The convoluted nature behind this.
Yeah.
Michael Cole said it last night. Trish Stratus' first singles match in 18 years. He must have forgot SummerSlam 2019. I was there for it. That's the only time Charlotte was in a storyline without the title.
Well, we all know Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant, and that was the first time Andre the Giant's ever been slammed, when he's been slammed like 30 times before that. We all know that was the first time that Andre the Giant ever lost.
What do you mean Kamala slammed him? He didn't
like,
do
give me
that.
A break. You know, all the way back in 1987, all the way up to 2025, the announcers really think that we forget what we saw. Like, give me a break.
But Sean, in 1990, you were believing every word of it, though, weren't you?
I was.
Andre was undefeated for 15 years.
Unfortunately, I was.
Miracle said they were not impressed with Jade. I'm sorry, she's slow and clunky. The finish was awful because Naomi literally had to put herself in position slowly as she nodded her head to go through the table. Sometimes
I respect your opinion, but you're looking at the next WWE Women's Champion, brother.
She's got the look, fam. Sometimes the women don't need to do weapons matches. The match was clumsy in spots, but it finishes their storyline.
There you go.
Let me see here. I'm jumping. Trish still got it. Listen, I was telling a story last night. I know Trish was walking around. She wore something like "I was your first crush" or something like that.
Crush. Yep.
I told people not Trish with the Little Kim music, but when Trish had the old TNA music, Test and Albert.
Jigga jigga jing jing jing, jigga jigga jing jing, jigga jigga jing jing.
My mom used to know back in the day watching Raw.
Check it. You remember this? Check this out. Coming down the aisle, accompanied to the ring by Trish Stratus. Test and Albert. Test and Albert. TNA. They should have won the tag belts just because of Trish.
I was rooting for Test. I was a big Test fan.
Oh, I love Test. Rest in peace. I always loved Test. I thought Test should have been like sky through the moon when he beat Shane McMahon at SummerSlam.
Yeah, absolutely.
They botched that, but no, they didn't botch it. They just gave it all to Triple H.
Yeah, he took a pedigree and he was never the same again. This is that.
I was about to cuss.
Match.
I was about to cuss right there.
It's all right. Trish took a whooping. Stratton landed heavy on those ribs on that swanton and then smashed her face on the PME. Got to be careful. Yeah. Rob says, funny story. My younger cousin, I think 8 or 9 at the time, wrote a tear-stained letter calling for Edge's job in life that night from what he did to Cena.
Wow. That's funny for real. Wow.
That's a great story. Oh, how could you? Trish still got it. Tiffany, 7 out of 10. Quill says, not bad. Joe Compton with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, good sir. Trish versus Tiffany, good versus evil. Trish wore white to equal good. Tiffany wore red to equal evil. I still think that Tiffany's the baby face, though.
She is the baby face, but she did act a little heelish after the win.
Very weird.
She acted heelish. She was talking crap to the crowd. She ripped her arm away from the referee who was raising her hand. It was weird.
Yeah, I love you, guy will gamble.
There you go, guy will gamble. There you go. There you go. Vinny got a good one too. We all know WWE's attendance is 100% accurate. That too.
That is true. If Belair isn't going to ref, she shouldn't put her hair up so it doesn't get. She should put her hair up so it doesn't get in the way. She had learned though. Yeah. Good call, Vinny. Good call. Miracle Conrad is speaking facts. I'm right there with you when it came to Trish. I bought the DVD. Hey, listen, Trish, like I said, made me a man. Thank you for the super chat, my good friend Joe Compton. You are appreciated, my brother.
At the same time, though, not much beats late 90s, early 2000s Tori Wilson.
She was in the crowd too. Listen, Tori had something too.
She was a problem.
Bro, I still to this day, like, I was like, how did Billy what?
Billy Kidman wore that thing out for years, bro.
I was just wondering.
I'm surprised he was tall enough. I was surprised he was tall enough to ride that ride, but he did.
We're not going to make short jokes about Billy Kidman here.
I like Billy Kidman, but let's be honest though. Billy Kidman getting with that, bro, like he must have had
the man money. You never do a power bomb to because he always did that face buster out of it. I was like,
he did. He always
every
did.
Time. We had a battle royal where we had all of the women entered in. Nikki Bella was a favorite. There were many favorites.
Please.
Listen, they made a star out here, I think, and I hope they take advantage of this.
Lash
Legend. You did something with her. She got rid of Nia. She body slammed her almost out of the ring. I was like, go ahead. They didn't have her get
For me, I was very disappointed.
In the battle royal or the
no, I'm very disappointed for one reason and one reason only. I want Jada Parker. Give me more Jada Parker. She did have a couple of eliminations in this match, but it was not enough for me. I'm not saying she should have won, but Jada Parker is a freaking star, man. When is she going to get HBK? Come on, HBK.
El Juggalo in the chat. Was that you who was walking around with that sign in Texas? I saw somebody with a Juggalo sign. JCW Lunacy start airing in 10 minutes. Let's go. Moose is on the card. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for telling us.
There you go, M. Leezy for Sheezy. There you go.
I didn't understand all the Goldberg hate or whatever. He's not alone. We'll get in that. We'll get in a good old Bill momentarily. But yes, the winner.
Oh, this is sickening.
Stephanie Vacour. Listen, I called it. I had a feeling she was going to win.
Not the fact that Stephanie Vacour won. She deserved to win. I predicted she win. You predicted she win. But look at Stephanie McMahon raising her hand. That's sickening. That is sickening. Oh God. Makes me want to throw up. Golly. Oh.
Listen, we got everybody going through their teenage days in the chat now.
Yeah, it's true.
Gorgeous George and Miss Hancock.
Gorgeous George, the female version with Macho Man was a problem, bro.
Yo, back when I was in like elementary school, we used to be like, man, Gorgeous George, all right.
Yo, also, you know who I like too? Major Guns. Major Guns was a problem too, yo. Right, WCW had some things, man.
All right, man. Somebody's got to bring the bat out. We got to stop this right now. This is getting bad. Look at where Lash is now, and look at where Nikita Lyons is. Yeah. You ain't wrong.
Touche.
Kimberly Page.
Kimberly Page, not only in WCW, but in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, there was a little slip in that one. What's everyone's favorite women legend that you like seeing last night? Mine was Melina. I love seeing Melina. I think she wrestled at a show too. She was out there doing her thing. Didn't expect Vicky Guerrero. Vicky can be.
I like Vicky. I like Vicky. Nah. Vicky's entertaining.
Vicky's got something else. Hubs, tell us how you really feel about Stephanie McMahon.
Yo, delayed grats, man. Listen, I appreciate you, dog. Listen, Stephanie McMahon had no business being in the State Farm Arena last night. Her presence disgusted me. You know why? You know why Evolution is not an A+ show for me? For two reasons. Stephanie McMahon and Stephanie McMahon. She counts as two.
McKitty said, I grew up with Jacqueline and Sable. I'm sure everybody used to get that LimeWire clip from the European show with the accidental, which wasn't accidental, according to to Bruce Pritchard's podcast. Back in the day, I thought it was an accident. I was like, that wasn't an accident. They were like, we get away with more over there, you know? Mm-hmm. Joe Compton said, I don't get the hate for Stephanie. I'm confused about it. All right, Joe. So I don't know when you started watching wrestling. Conrad.
Break it down for me, Conrad.
If you go back, Stephanie McMahon and a lot of people took credit for things that she made herself like the face of the women being able to get the pay-per-view, that she was the one who brought like the 4 horsewomen up. She did all of this, and they kind of made the focus on her. And I'm like, the focus is the wrestlers, not her. We don't care what she did. And that's why she gets kind of like a get away from this kind of vibe from a lot of people who've been watching for a long time.
And now that the product, as far as the women are concerned, is the best it's ever been, now you want to come back and host? Give me a break, man. Put the microphone down, stay in the back with your husband, or go home.
Wardrobe Malfunctions, FTW, Jacqueline. Yeah, Jazz and Ivory were out there too. Good for them, man. Good for them.
You know who deserves to be? You know who deserves to be out there with a microphone in their hand? You know who deserves to be out there? I want you to guess. It's from the past.
Molly Holly.
Molly Holly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
That Molly go round goes hard.
But real talk though, I'm very surprised that you got Molly Holly on the first try. That's exactly who I was thinking about, bro.
That Molly go round goes hard. Best Molly Holly character, either Miss Madness or Super Molly when she was Mighty Molly. That was
the fact that she was Miss Madness is crazy, bro.
Super young. Great wrestler, though. Great wrestler. Much respect to Molly Holly. Now, let's get into the main event. The main event was Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. Are they going to do it? Here in my hometown of Buffalo, New York, Io won the championship from Rhea on the road to WrestleMania, and she's had a hold on it ever since. What's going to happen here? In a match that started out like, they were doing the normal things, and then with the ref bump with the drop kick, they went into the crowd. They pulled the WrestleMania 17. This was Undertaker Triple H at its finest. I was like, no one's checking on the ref. No one else came
Nobody.
out.
Nobody.
Minor complaint about that one, too. Every time I watch that match, I'm like, nobody checked on them. But it's what it is. She does a dive in the crowd off of some like boxes that were stacked up funny. They get back into the ring, Sean. It's a battle. They're kicking out of each other's finishers. They're both down. And then you'd be shocked at what happens. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. No, it's Naomi's music hits. Why did Naomi bring another official out there with her if the official wasn't going to be the one who counted the pinfall? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice that. Kind of weird, but we're not going to let that get in the way.
Yeah. So she goes out there. She's cashing in. She needed to hear the bell ring twice. She was probably so excited that she's sitting there. She's like, ring the bell. It already rung.
It already rang, again. Naomi.
They were like, ding, ding, ding again. She clobbers Io in the head with the briefcase, sends Rhea into the post, split-legged moonsault. 1, 2, 3. You've got a new world champion in Naomi.
I love it. And you know something? It's not a lot of time, and I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back. There's not a lot in wrestling that surprises me anymore. There's really not a lot of things that surprise. Last night surprised the crap out of me because I think the whole world thought that it was going to be a cash-in at SummerSlam versus Tiffany or Jade Cargill or both in a triple threat match. And for her to come out and do what she did last night, big ups to her, bro. And honestly, to show you that I'm a fair man and an honest man and a just man, big ups to Triple H too. He got this one right.
Yo, remind me to go back to that. I'll bring that story up too. But
Okay.
yes, they got it right. It was just a beautiful thing to see. Now, look, I'll be the first one. I tell people the truth. I had criticized Naomi before, and I'm talking when I first started doing talking about it. And it's not that I don't like Naomi and that Naomi's not good. I would just criticize sometimes you can see the formula in the matches. It's like the and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 go down, go over. We do this, do that. Naomi has developed into a great pro wrestler since then. And I think that Naomi has busted her hump, and it took far too long to get here. I don't want that to go unnoticed as well, but they gave her the money in the bank. She did her thing, and now Naomi is sitting on top, and I'm happy for Naomi.
I'm happy for her too. I don't think it's going to last very long. I think Stephanie Vaquero is coming, but for the next month and a half, I'm very happy for Naomi.
Now, I was going to ask you, so you think Jade Cargill, because it says that she's owed a title shot for winning Queen of the Ring, but it's on your brand, right? So she's challenging Tiffany.
I see exactly where you're going.
I hope this isn't she could pull a switcheroo. She's like, I want that belt, and then she can just do whatever.
I don't think so. Because otherwise it would be stupid. And WWE never does anything stupid. But in this case, that would be stupid. I hope that Jade goes her way and Naomi goes her way. I'm going to say no.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to say no. If I see Naomi versus Jade for the title at SummerSlam, I'm going to be a very unhappy camper.
What do you say for this overall event?
What
would you say last night? I thought this was fantastic. This was WWE's best show of the weekend. But I saw some people trying to say it was the best show of the weekend. And me and Sean just talked about this 2 minutes before we started. I was like, absolutely not. Not to me. But
first of all, rushing home in traffic to get here to do this show, and then hearing Conrad, my brother from another mother, tell me that he's getting tweets and inboxes about Evolution being better than All In. Whoever said that should be punched in the face. I know we don't condone violence, but I'll do it myself, and I'll suffer the consequences. Anybody who says that All In was not as good as Evolution deserves to be punched directly in the throat. Not even in the face. I take it back. In the throat. But that being said, this was a
bang up card. They did a great job delivering. The problem was the build because hold on, we're going to get into this real quick. Let me just tell this story before we get into the comment that I want to get into from the scrum or the press conference, as they call it, the Gracias. BJ sent this to me and Rob sent this to me of Stephanie McMahon doing the Spanish and her saying it. And for years, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the meme was Stephanie McMahon smiling with her little crinkled nose. And she was, and it was like when you're in a Mexican restaurant and the lady says gracias to you, she's just gracias.
Oh, wow. I gotta Google that. I haven't seen that one.
Yes. And everybody usually knows it. You've probably seen it before. And shout out to Donnie, man. Appreciate you. I see you in the chat. Hubs describing Stephanie like Dennis Rodman back in the day, talking about Shaquille O'Neal. He can dunk. Yeah. I love
what the funny part is? Conrad knows this. I used to love Stephanie.
Yeah.
I used to love Stephanie back in the day, but this version of her just annoys me.
Yeah, the ref didn't lay out long enough, but I wasn't tripping on that because no one called her cashing in on the Raw Women's title. Facts. Beach. Good stuff, man. What's good, Jesse? Appreciate you. Pro Wrestling.
What up, Jess?
In the house, man. All love. Happy for Naomi. I wish this version would have got it for the original. Evolution better than All In. Not if you watch any other wrestling besides WWE. Come on now, that's cult member level stuff. I told Rob last night, he could tell you in here. I said, watch what they're gonna say. I said, I'm gonna tell you right now what they're gonna say. This was the show of the weekend. Well,
I will say this. I'm not gonna say it was the number one show of the weekend because I'm not an idiot. But I will say this. Yes, I said that, Conrad, because I'm not an idiot. Which would indemnify the fact that I do think that anybody who does say it is idiots, and I'm not going to be shy about saying that. However, I will say this. Evolution, guys. Evolution was an A- show.
I agree.
Evolution was an A- show.
And shout out to my brother Sean for getting me back on track. Joe Compton, I know you said what you said. You can feel the way you feel, brother. That's why we're here. We're all just talking pro wrestling for fun, my brother.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I told you that something was going to bother me about the build to this show. And it was this right here. Shout out to our friends at Dirt Sheet Radio. I'll let you read this one off if you can.
According to Dirt Sheet Radio, Triple H, aka Paul Triple H Levesque, has said that he will not commit when asked if Evolution will become an annual event. He says as demand grows, for the women, hopefully there won't be a need for an all-women show. What in God's name is he talking about? So let's just review the lunacy of these statements. Number one, the fact that show tore the house down. And Conrad, look at me, Conrad. Look at me. I can't stand WWE more times than not. And I'm saying Evolution, Saturday night's main event, Evolution made Saturday night's main event look like a freaking episode of Heat. Evolution killed it last night. And this big-headed moron comes out here and says he won't commit and then has the audacity to say, listen, guys, listen to this. Listen to this. This is as crazy as me saying the sky is purple. Triple H says, as demand grows for the women, hopefully there won't be a need for an all-women show. What the heck, man? What the heck?
Sean, he was talking like he doesn't hold the pen. Like you don't
like you don't make the decisions.
Nick Khan's writing the shows for you, bud, or what here? Like, come on, fam. Yo, you just crushed it. Imagine having a great show. Dare I say, I don't know if you put this over the chamber personally, Sean, but this is probably your best PLE this year so far.
Yes! It was better than it. Yo, I'm going to say something right now, Conrad. It blows my mind to even say it. Are you ready, Conrad? Are you ready? Evolution was better than WrestleMania.
The fact that you said, "Are you ready?" Triple H is on the screen.
And well, I know what I'm doing.
Evolution.
This is not my first rodeo, Conrad.
But it was perfect.
This was better than WrestleMania. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
This was better than WrestleMania.
Chat, please tell me, was this better than WrestleMania to you? I'm saying yeah. 100%. What are we doing, dog? Yo, Sean, have we not been saying what has been one of our biggest complaints about Triple H's like general booking? 5 matches, 7 on this one. Guess what happened? It was better.
It was better.
I've been saying this. Stop booking 5 matches, and guess what else you could do? You could book more people on the shows. Start holding this man's feet to the fire. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of me and Sean being the only ones in this community that are willing to do this. I'm tired of his BS, and more people are starting to see it. But we've been seeing this since 2022. Cut it out, Hunter. I'm tired of it. You know what to do now for a good show. This show showed you Maybelline's in the background. You got your sponsors. You did everything you needed to do. Put these shows on, man.
And at the very least, make it a yearly thing. We're not saying do it every 3 months. This should be a staple moving forward. It should be a staple moving forward.
It's not like all of those women are going to get a chance to be on the show. When's the last time Natalya was on a PLE? Someone? Anyone? The Rumble?
The Rumble. I think it was the Royal Rumble, actually. Yep.
Yeah, come on now. Going into it, wow, Matt said Evolution over both nights of WrestleMania. Evolution was not better than the Elimination Chamber, though I was there. Could be a little biased there. I'll let it rock.
I respect the fact that you feel that way, but you were in the building, so.
Yeah, I mean, he got to see the great Cena heel turn, so it's probably different.
Yeah.
Triple H doesn't want to do an all-women show. Evolution was at their best, was their best show. Still not better than Double or Nothing or All In. Mandatory hate comment. Yeah, and I saw someone definitely put in something about he views this as a DEI show, and I was like, ooh. My left toe was better than WrestleMania this year. Jesse said, I think the Rumble was better personally.
You know what? Obviously, I have a soft spot in my heart for this year's Royal Rumble because my boy won the Royal Rumble. But even with Jey Uso shocking the world, even with the return of John Cena, bro, it wasn't better. Evolution was fire, bro.
Yo, not only that though, Sean, but it's hard to mess up the Rumble. How many times do we have to tell people this stuff?
True story.
If you screw up a Royal Rumble, you did something like where you missed the boat completely, dog.
Like having Charlotte win in the first match back.
Or Money in the Bank. How do you screw up a Money in the Bank? Wrong winner. Maybe we decide to, let's get rid of the ladders, guys. Not needed for this.
That's just a 6-man battle royal.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, oh my. Speaking of that, we'll get to that pretty soon because I have some theories about that too.
Yeah, people are saying they loved Evolution. Triple H is the epitome of incompetence. Quills never fails me.
No, Quills is on fire. Quills is not wrong though. Like, listen, I want to go on record and saying something, guys. Conrad, this is for you too. Chat, y'all know I'm crazy. I don't try and hide it. Y'all know I'm crazy, but I'm being very serious with you guys right now. I want you to think about what that man just said. After the women put on, okay, I'll put the word arguably in front of it for anybody who may not agree. Triple H and WWE just put on arguably the best pay-per-view of the year. That was an all-women show. And he's still not convinced. I'm asking seriously, not to be funny. What is wrong with him? Conrad, help me. What is wrong with him?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Clown, I agree with the backwards worm comment too about Natty. I forgot about that. That was just, please don't. Watch Triple H who do Evolution 3 at All In London. Maybe. That ladder match with Cody KO plus the Rumbles were great. Yeah. Okay.
But I also had a DIY tag match, which wasn't that great.
I wouldn't say not great. Nobody got up for it. Like, they were wrestling. I was just like, nobody cares?
I mean, okay, let's put it like this. Big shout out to Jesse from Pro Wrestling Shoot. The fact that we're even having the same conversation of Royal Rumble and Evolution in the same breath should tell you how good last night was.
Yeah. I think it says more about what's been going on lately. Miracle says, so I get what Triple H is saying. If the demand is there for the women, then they will get an equal time. However, that can never be accurate. There is no way all those women can get equal time as the men.
Thank you, Miracle, because at the end, thank you, Miracle. Thank you. That's the key. If you have a 4-hour show, there's no way you're fitting all those women that were able to show out last night on a pay-per-view where you have to feature the men also. It's just not possible.
Yeah. To be honest, if you think WrestleMania 41 was better, then it says a lot of things about you as a fan, but actual wrestling in-ring is not one of them.
There you go. Talk your talk.
Let's get into I'm not doing a full recap of Saturday night's main event. We'll do a quick one because I just wanted to talk about two things from this show, the two major things. As we know, Solo Sikoa retained the U.S. Championship.
Hashtag Big Jim deserves better.
Jelly Roll, Randy Orton are teaming up. I forgot to put that graphic in here. Against who are they facing? Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. This does not fit the character work of Drew or Randy at all, but they want celebrity involvement. I get it. I understand it. If you're interested in the match, cool.
And I want to go on record. I have nothing against Jelly Roll.
He dropped 100 pounds for this.
Listen, respect. I have nothing against Jelly Roll. Actually, I'm not going to say I'm a fan, but I respect him as an artist. He should not be in a match at SummerSlam. This is ridiculous.
This is what they're doing.
Is crap like this the reason why they extended it to 2 nights?
I don't know. Maybe. I just think TKO likes celebrities.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and I'll read this. Jesse just wanted to make sure. I'm not trying to take away from Evolution because the show was fun, but best PLE of the year? I just don't know.
Okay,
that's fair. Randy deserves better. Drew deserves better. Big Jim deserves better.
There you go.
Yeah. So random. Vinny just said about the match too. Making SummerSlam's 2 nights was a massive mistake. He thinks.
There you go. Talk your talk, Vinny. That's true.
We'll see when we get there. I mean, right now this is one of the matches. I don't know what we're doing. I think we also know we have Cody, John Cena, and we have a Jade Cargill title match. Is all we know right now for SummerSlam.
And according to Wikipedia, and you can't always judge Wikipedia for 100% true. Jade Cargill is facing Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah. And then we got ourselves into a weird situation. We had a match with Seth Rollins and L.A.
As far as you were talking about, as far as like if she's gonna switch.
Oh yeah, I don't think so, but we'll find out more. Like I said, they might pull the old switcheroo because what draft, right, Sean? What draft exists?
Yeah, facts.
Sorry, Saturday night's main event. I want to get into this because this thing worries me too a lot with LA Knight, because this is bad for Raw. Like, the brand of Raw is in trouble right now, and I don't know if people realize it. LA Knight, Seth Rollins had a match. LA Knight's probably one of like the safest workers in the company, I would say, right? Would you agree with that? One of the safest.
Yep.
He's in there with Seth. Seth Rollins goes for a move, rolls through. Maybe it looks like he bent his knee a little weird, but okay, he gets up, and then he goes for a lion salt where he's supposed to land on his feet. Seth's knee buckles, and they go down in the corner. He's talking with Heyman. The doctor gets in there. A lot of stuff happens. He hobbles up. He gets hit with blunt force trauma. LA Knight wins. I don't know how you felt about this, Sean, because we're hearing conflicting rumors today, but Seth Rollins was walking around at Evolution while there to support his wife, Becky Lynch, and he was wearing, he had braces on his knee, and he was hobbling around, they said, with crutches. But now some people are wondering, is this a work or is this real, Sean? And I would like you to play off both of those.
Well, okay, I don't have much for its storyline theory, so I'll be very brief about that. If it is a storyline, it's brilliant because he's going to come out, he's going to shock everybody, cash in, do what he has to do, no problem, no worries. It's a brilliant heel move of all heel moves. That's all I got because I don't believe that to be the case. I went through 3 ranges of emotion when I saw that moonsault go the way it did, or that lion salt go, because I call it the lion salt. The lion salt go the way it went. Initially, it was there's nothing wrong with him. The second emotion was, this is a work. But when LA Knight hit the BFT, I knew something was wrong. Because even if LA Knight was supposed to win that match, which I don't believe that to be the case, LA Knight would have not come right into the BFT and beat him 1-2-3 in that moment. There's no way that match was supposed to end that way. So the BFT was the SIGN that something was wrong, in my opinion. So, I mean, just the way he lost made me feel like, okay, they altered the ending because Seth is really injured. And I am concerned. And I talked about this. On Hubbonomics, and I'm going to talk about it again here in a little bit more detail. There's 2 different stories when it comes to Seth Rollins injuries. There's 2015 when he was out for 8-10 months. Forgive me if I don't know exactly how long. When he did the sunset powerbomb on Kane and his knee buckled, it ended up being a catastrophic knee injury. And then there's a situation where he got hurt against Samoa Joe on Raw, and it set him back a couple of months, but he still was able to make it to WrestleMania 33. So, which one is it? Obviously, we hope it's the latter, but I'm concerned it's the former. And if it's the former, he's going to be gone for 8 to 10 months again. And if that's the case, where do we go with the Money in the Bank? Where do we go with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker? I said it before, and I'll say it again. Goldberg ain't wrestling 14 minutes and 19 seconds in 2025 unless there's some kind of mistake. And I know we're talking about different matches here, but I do believe that Seth Rollins' injury had an effect on the Goldberg and Gunther match as well.
Yeah. McKinney had brought up a lot of commercials for that show. Might have to do it, man. I'm looking for it, man. Let's put it in the chat, man. Give us a pitch, man. Use hashtag pitch, I guess, in the chat if you got an idea. If Seth Rollins is hurting out, what do we do? Sean, I'm coming to you. You're in the room with Papa H. And he says, Sean, I don't know what to do here, man. Seth's gone. What do you think we should do? He's got the briefcase. He's got this. He's got that. What do we do?
Well, first of all, Paul, it's not often that you know what you're doing anyway. However, in this case, I'll feed it to you like a 3-year-old getting fed his dinner. You have to do another Money in the Bank match, and it has to be at SummerSlam. You have to run it back, and you have to do a Money in the Bank match. And I think it would be a really good addition to SummerSlam. Put a ladder match into SummerSlam and make it for the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's really not that hard. Sorry to lose Seth. I love Seth, but assuming he's gone. He's gone. We have to pivot. We cannot just act like the money in no, Paul. We can't act like the money in the bank doesn't exist. You idiot. We have to. We can't imagine the briefcase just disappeared. We have to put it up and have somebody else win it.
If he can hold it for that many months, can he hold on to it for 10 months and then come back?
If he's okay.
But then you're gambling that he might not be able to.
Be okay. Exactly.
This is crazy work, my friends. Joe Compton just said in a super chat, he said Seth's injury is legit. He is a heel. Why put sympathy on a heel? Heels are meant to be hated and garner heat. This could be not meant to just only get heat. This could be, I fooled you. I got you. You never know in wrestling. I'm just saying.
Let me give a Joe Compton a strong comment here, but let me give you a response here. There are certain moments in time that we will remember forever because of sympathy and kindness. Even Mark Henry faking his retirement was one of the greatest sympathetic babyface things ever, and then he turned on. It was fantastic.
I'll never forget that salmon jacket. Like, I remember that moment. I was like, "Oh, I felt bad for you." Bad for you.
So Seth acting like he's injured. The fans are gonna listen. One thing about us fans, we appreciate when somebody gets hurt because we know they're putting their lives on the line for us each and every week. So if Seth comes out, let's say tonight, with with crutches and a knee brace, and he calls out, whoever. And he's like, hey, listen, I'm sorry I let you guys down. Braun, they all hug in the ring. Out comes Gunther. Gunther shakes his hand and says, hey, we'll be here when you get back. Seth hits him in the head with the briefcase. 1, 2, 3, new champion. That's heel 101.
And then he's hopping around and dancing. And you're going to be mad that you gave him any sympathy, like even a piece of sympathy. But which,
by the way, Conrad Cushman, I do hope that does happen. I'm not confident it will happen, but that would be awesome.
But I think that Joe is correct though too, and like what he's saying is not wrong at all. It's just they could be using this to get you. I'm not saying that, but some people, when Sean Ross Sapp's getting conflicting information, I worry.
You got to remember that there's one person that always stands out in my mind. As much as I don't like him now, I loved him back then. 2002 Triple H, and I'm not talking about mid 2002 because that's when everything started going left. I'm talking about December 2001, January 2002 Triple H. Triple H, when he went down with that quad injury against Jericho and who shall remain nameless with Stone Cold as his partner, Triple H was the most hated wrestler on the planet. Yeah, Triple H was the ultimate scumbag. When Triple H came back at Madison Square Garden from that injury, that's one of the biggest ovations in the history of the sport. Fans will show you love if you get hurt. Roman Reigns, everybody hated Big Dog Roman Reigns. He was getting booed out of the building every day. When he announced that he had leukemia, everybody cheered. Because one thing about wrestling fans, Conrad, we're not animals. Like, we understand there's a real-life person behind.
Some are.
Well, okay, fair enough. Most of us at least should not be. So to answer your question, if this is all a ruse, sign me up.
Yeah, it could work. Jesse's answer is to give the title to Penta. Matt says put Karrion Kross in Seth's spot. I don't know if they're ready to take that risk on Karrion. That'd be a big risk.
I like it, but I don't know if they'd like it. Yeah.
How about this one? Braun takes the briefcase and gets the run instead. If you weren't ready to do it before, you don't like Braun. But if you weren't ready to do it before, why are you doing it now? Because of circumstance?
You can't ask me, Guy Will Gamble, you can't ask Sean Hubbard a question about Braun Breaker because I don't like Braun Breaker. So my opinion is a little bit jaded. You got to ask Conrad because Conrad actually sees the value in Braun Breaker.
I think you could in the long run. Because here's what I think. What if they said that the briefcase was signed over to Heyman? And Heyman's technically the one in charge of it. You'd have to do some funny paperwork stuff. But listen, you're trying to get out of a jam here. Yeah. Extra money in the bank sounds good. Sean, Miracle brought this up, and I wanted to say this before. Thank you, Miracle. He said, Sean, don't forget his knee was hurting during WrestleMania time last year as well. He came back too soon after Money in the Bank last year, and Bronson had to take him out.
Good point. It's really clear that Seth Rollins has some major knee. Good point, Miracle.
Let's see here. McKinney said, if he's hurt and not injured, let him quietly ride with the Money in the Bank briefcase, do a surprise cash in. If he's injured, put it up in a ladder match in Paris. You could do that as well.
Yeah, you could do that in Paris as well. That's true. I like SummerSlam better, but I like where you're going with that.
Delay Gratz brought up a good thing too about what the report from Fightful. There should not be conflicting information about a real injury. That's just weird.
Well, one thing I will, and the speculation about, and this is it's close to a good point. McKinney said, I want to read that 75% real, 25% sickos. I think as far as fans of that's a good point. It's a good point. I want to throw something at you guys, chat, and I want you to say yes or no if you agree with me. Conrad, say yes or no if you agree with me. It's a done deal. If Seth Rollins opens the show tonight, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that sounds kind of simplistic, but I'm talking about the way wrestling works. If Seth Rollins opens the show, it's over.
Yeah, let me know if they've announced what the opener is. I don't know if they have yet, but absolutely insane. And that was even the main event of the show that we're talking about here.
It wasn't. But I do believe it affected the main event because 14 minutes and 19 seconds.
We got an appearance from Doug Dillinger. Ernest the Cat Miller was out there.
But that was, you know what? The entrance was kind of cool. I'm not going to lie.
I was happy.
Like
Listen, I don't hate Goldberg.
DDP and the cat walking him out. That was his son. That wasn't bad. And you know I don't like Goldberg, but that was cool.
Yeah, we're not the biggest Goldberg fans, but you know what? I was like, this when I sat back more and more, like the closer we got to the moment, and we were live when this happened. It was kind of like, yo, when I was watching, I was like, yo, that's Bill Goldberg, man. Like that was part of my childhood a little bit. Like you're just watching it, and I'm like, good for him, man.
Yes, sir.
Good for him. If this is all that he wanted. Goldberg's out here. He's wrestling Gunther. I did not like him no-selling the chops a little bit there, but he tried. They tried to give him,
he no-sailed all right.
Yeah, they tried to give him a couple moments here, but Goldberg was unable to get it done. He puts over Gunther. And we'll talk about the rumored Gunther John Cena thing when we get closer. I know some people probably want to hear our thoughts on it. We'll talk about that when we get closer. But it sounds like they're going to make Gunther the unstoppable force that ends careers, basically. Goldberg gets the chance to give a speech. He gets 30 seconds and he gets cut off. I feel the same way about this as I felt about Sting at Revolution. It was meant for the people in the building. It's okay. And they uploaded it right after. It's okay. Sometimes stuff can be for people who are just there. It's okay. We'll get it. I promise you. You can watch it later. But Goldberg got his stuff. His pyro one last time. Good for Bill Goldberg. I wish him the best. And yeah, retire, man. You don't have to come back anymore for this stuff. If you want to make a special appearance or do a signing, great. Go ahead.
I saved a lot for Clash of the Podcast because this is the mothership. Hubbonomics is my baby, but this is where home is. So I'm going to do exactly what I did on Saturday night. And I'm going to tell you guys what it is. Whoever showed up for Hubbonomics, thank you. You already heard this one. I don't care what nobody says. Goldberg is not wrestling 14 plus minutes at 58 years old in 2025. That was not the plan. I don't care what nobody says. No, I don't care what anybody said. That was not the plan. I fully believe that Seth Rollins was scheduled to cash in. Nobody can tell me differently. 14 minutes. This is the same man 8 years ago who beat Brock Lesnar in a minute and a half. This is the same man who beat Kevin Owens in a minute and a half for the Universal Heavyweight Championship. And you're going to tell me that William Bartholomew Goldberg was planned to wrestle 14 minutes and 19 seconds? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Big up. No, I'll say this. I didn't say this on Hubbonomics, Conrad. I saved this one just for you. Big ups to Goldberg for doing it. Big ups to Goldberg for figuring out a way to have enough win to get through it. I respect that.
Big ups to Gunther for figuring out how to do it too.
I respect that. But there is no way that man was scheduled to wrestle 14 minutes and 19 seconds. I don't care. Thank you, MJB, and the place to be. I don't care what nobody says. Seth was supposed to cash in on Saturday night. Period. Conrad, I never heard your. What did you think about that? I said that theory on Saturday. You kind of kept hush-hush about it. You're not saying anything now. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I feel very weird because they said that he wasn't going to cash in, but who knows, right? We don't know if he's really hurt. Is this part of the deal? I don't know. But they had a show. That's what I'll say. I was not happy with Saturday night's main event as a whole. That's what I'll say. That's my final answer. Goldberg ain't Sting, bro.
Miracle, I see you. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Much respect, man. Getting into this, I'm not going to lie to you guys about some of this. I wanted to put this one up here. I heard great things about this Ethan Page, Ricky Saints match. I have not checked this show out. So if anyone has any thoughts on this, put them in the comments. Let me know. Sean, have you watched the show? I have not.
No, I have not watched that show, and I did not watch that show out of principle.
Do you know why these things happen? Counter booking. I skipped a show, and normally I wouldn't skip a show, but there's too much stuff on, and I can't watch it all. Ring of Honor, Sean. Did you have any thoughts on this show? I mean, we did get a match of the year contender. Some people say on here.
Well, all I got to say about Supercard of Honor is that Athena is starting to become one of my favorite wrestlers on the planet. I love me some Thunder Rosa, but Athena is just, oh man, I can't wait to see what happens moving forward.
She makes it to the next pay-per-view and wins. That's 1,000 days as the champion. Yes, that's a lot. Sure. We're approaching big levels.
We're approaching.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm not gonna do it.
Not OTC1 or R2D2.
We're getting to that lofty perch.
My recommended match for people to check out: Bandito, Konosuke Takeshita. Me and Matt raved about it. I know me and Rob did like a quick 30-minute review for this. Athena versus Thunder Rosa was fantastic. The wild card 4-way was solid. I like the ROH World Tag match. If you like old school tag team wrestling, Nick Wayne and Teton delivered. Hetcha Cyril and Michael Oku, the 50K 4-way. I thought that a lot of stuff on here was good. I'm not saying like you're gonna write home and want to watch ROH every week because of it, but the pay-per-views are good. It's the week-to-week television that needs to get better so people will want to see it. Mm-hmm. But why is Tony gonna put work into something that's not making them money? It's costing them probably at this point. Like
right off
to figure it out. Yeah. So he's trying to figure it out. From there, let's talk about it.
Oh, baby.
Real quick recap, because you could go watch our full review if you guys want to hear us talk about it for an hour. We're breaking down like what's happened on Saturday night's main event. We're getting breaking news during it. Adam Cole being out, man, that broke my heart. Finding out that he won't be wrestling Kyle Fletcher.
I saw, by the way, thank you for the recommendation, because I think I was working late that day or was doing. I saw the Kyle Fletcher powerbomb. Oh my goodness!
So here's the thing.
Oh
it's
my
come
goodness.
out since then. That's not what took him out, because his head doesn't touch. If you look at like people, because here's another thing.
Well, I'm just going according to what you told me, bro.
No. Here's the thing. This is one of those perception things. I know what people think happened. They're like, oh, he clipped his head really bad. But when you slow it down, his head never touched. He missed it completely.
Okay.
He got hurt on a collision match. He took a clothesline and he went to flip over and he just like bumped his head weird. And I'm sure that's probably, and they're saying that it was the clothesline that caused it. And it sounds like it could be dealing with concussions. And that's a serious thing. If you know what happened to Bret Hart.
On a smaller scale, I only say smaller scale because he didn't have as big of a career as Bret Hart, but it's just as serious and just as important. Christopher Nowitzki.
Yeah. Another person dealing with post-concussion syndrome is serious. And listen, I've met a lot of wrestlers, Sean, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Some of the nicest people that I've met, Mark Briscoe's one of them that I will always sing his praises. There's people who I love that I could say something bad about, but I won't, because I always think like, maybe you had one bad day. But you know who was always nice? Adam Cole.
Really?
I told Adam Cole one time that I thought he was going to get signed, and I was the biggest idiot in the world because it wasn't him. Rumors are that it was supposed to be him, and they messed up the wrong names because John Laurinaitis. But we won't get into that. But I said, Adam Cole, I heard you got signed, brother. He was like, you did? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, man, that's great, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm like, I love everything you've done, blah, blah, blah. There was a handshake. Next time I see him, hey, man, I'm sorry I said that to you. He was like, bro, don't worry about it, man. He was like, I'm putting in the work still. He was like, I'm going to get there. I'm not worried about it. He was like, I appreciate you. You keep coming to the shows and you keep being an awesome guy yourself. Shook my hand again. I was like, that is a nice dude, bro. Wow. Adam Cole is a nice dude. So anytime someone says something bad about Adam Cole, I'm like, I can't let you do that, bro. I can't let you do that about him. So that broke my heart. Dustin winning. We had our thing about that. There's a YouTube short on our channel about it. If you guys want to check that out, I made my case for why I thought Dustin was the right move. And I still think he will be in the end. Kyle Fletcher's going to get his championship. I promise you guys. It's just they want to do it where there's a story in it and there's more stuff involved because they see him as a future big time player.
He is.
Yeah, listen, it wouldn't surprise me if he could be the person walking in next year as champion. I've heard someone pitch a booking idea for it. I'm like, you could do that. You could. Talk to me, Sean. What stole your heart throughout this show, man?
Well, just like you said, I don't want to take anything away from our all-in review show that took place on Everything Pro Wrestling with you, myself, and Derek. It was absolutely phenomenal. We do really in-depth analysis about the show. But I will say this. Obviously, the heel turn, Nick Wayne turning on Christian was pretty cool. The insertion of Edge, which is going to lead to the tease of them getting back together, as my colleague and friend Conrad Cushman predicted. I think that Toni Storm shocked the world. Well, not Conrad Cushman, but shocked the world as it relates to that match against Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné will continue on as the 6-belt champion and the TBS champion, but Toni Storm is still the world champion, and I love that. I'm glad I was wrong about that one because Mercedes, as much as I love her, she's number 2 in the world, in my opinion, behind Toni Storm. And how ironic and crazy is that in my humble opinion, you got the 2 best female competitors in the entire world in this company. Okada.
And all year they've battled for who had the best women's match of the night. One night it's Toni, then it's Mercedes. Then it's Toni, then it's Mercedes.
Absolutely. Okada versus Omega was not the best Okada versus Omega match I've ever seen, but it's still Okada versus Omega. And I'm going to say this real slow so it makes the most sense. Even though Okada versus Omega at All In was not the best Okada versus Omega match I've ever seen, it was still amazing, which should tell you how amazing these guys are.
They're like, whether you rank it like last or second last, whatever you want, right? It doesn't matter. Their second last match is still a great match. It's probably still like, it's going to be a match of the year contender. I don't think it's going to win, but it'll probably be on people's match of the years at the end of the year. And it's like, yeah, it was a pretty good 4.8 out of 5-star match. Like, bro, what are we saying here?
Exactly. Obviously, we have a new TNT champion with Dustin Rhodes. I'm not really big on Lifetime Achievement Awards being titles, but I am cool with it. I'm not against it, but I'm not for it either. So I'm kind of on the fence about that one.
He's going to be around for 6 years.
That's fine. I respect it. The Bucks, Swerve and Ospreay, the men who I consider 2 of the top 5 professional wrestlers in the world, against a top 5 tag team in the world. It did not disappoint. It surprised the crap out of me. They're no longer EVPs. But listen, Swerve and Ospreay, I should say, they could be future tag team champions. They could be future world champions. They will be future world champions. They are the best in the world at what they do. MJF winning was no surprise in the Battle Royal. Athena winning the Battle Royal was phenomenal and much deserved. It leads to a Toni Storm versus Athena match down the road. I thought Athena winning was a guarantee just about that Mercedes Moné was going to win. I actually texted Conrad that during the show, but it turned out to be the opposite. The Hurt Business retaining was a surprise, but I was not mad at it. This show was WrestleMania quality. And this show was the best show of this jam-packed weekend. And this show is the best professional wrestling program so far in 2025. Daniel Bryan coming. Darby Allin coming. The pageantry and the intrigue and the emotion of Adam Page beating Jon Moxley and taking that belt.
Whoa. You sound like you're saying that they tell stories.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you mean?
That's what they do.
Is this a story?
It is a story. And anybody who says otherwise is ridiculous. Yes, they do.
Just put
yes,
it out
they do.
there.
Yes, they do. And, I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, think about the intricacies of this match, ladies and gentlemen. The intricacies. Daniel Bryan coming out of nowhere to get his revenge. Darby Allin coming from the heavens to get his revenge. Prince Nana handcuffing in order to give the green light to Swerve to come down and knock out the Bucks who previously interfered. A massive move by Swerve to just simply hand the chain, the symbolic nature of that feud coming to fruition, where he hands him the chain, signifying that the problems from their past have been put to the side for the betterment of the good of the situation.
Linking them together again because it's a chain, and that's Swerve's main weapon. It's crazy.
Yes. The look that Adam Page gave Swerve Strickland, it was like a mixture of thank you and disbelief. It was pure adrenaline-filled magic. Unbelievable. And WWE in April of this year, on the show that's supposed to be the biggest in the world, cannot even dare to compare to what happened this past Saturday afternoon.
And was this the first All-In, Sean, to you that felt WrestleMania like the build? Like, it was... Me and Sean call each other. We'll sit up here all day, and be like, yeah, the show don't feel great, blah, blah, blah. And then Sean will call me on like Friday, or we'll talk on Friday, text, whatever. And it'll be, yo, Conrad, am I crazy? I'm getting excited for this show this weekend. It's like, yeah, me too. And we start feeling it. We're like, yes. And we're ready to watch it, and we're ready to rock and roll. It felt like that, though. Like, it had the vibes finally where you're like, yo, this is wrestling. Like, the first one, I'm trying to tell people, I'm trying to convince people, like, this is going to be their Mania. They're doing stadiums for these shows. This is their Mania. But this is the one where I was like, yo, I got the goosebumps. I'm like, I'm excited for what's about to happen on this card.
I love Adam Cole. But Adam Cole versus MJF at the first All-In was not worthy of what they were trying to do. I love Adam Cole. It just wasn't it for me. I love Swerve Strickland and Daniel Bryan. That was close. And they knocked it out of the park. But this Page versus Moxley match, and by the way, Moxley, who has been underwhelming over the past 7 months. Go ahead, Conrad.
No, I was going to say, you know what's the difference between those two and this one? This one was the culmination building up to all of that. Mm-hmm. Cole and MJF wasn't done when that was over. We knew that. Like, they were hugging. We're like, oh, there's more to the story still. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the culmination. And that's what I think has been missing from those big shows. It's the culmination of, now we're going to the next big show. Ride with us. This is the ride now. Like, now Dynamite is the reset. Like, who's feuding with who? What's going to happen? Like, that's what we're looking forward to. You nailed it. Like, when you said it, I was thinking 80s wrestling, and I just think it's because when I think of you, I think of old school wrestling, because that's what we talk about a lot too. But it lands. It makes sense.
It lands. I'm gonna be honest with you, Conrad. The ending of that match brought me to an emotional I guess you could say emotional eclipse. I felt that, bro. I felt AEW took me on a ride, and I felt that, bro. I mean, it was almost biblical. What are you talking about, Sean? It was almost biblical. It was like a village of people, both enemies and friends, coming together for a common cause to save, in my opinion, AEW.
Right. It was the Avengers story. The Death Riders were ruining it. So Delay Gratz asks a great question. And Miracle, I will provide that feedback to Derek. Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate that. Like, when someone tells me like something to work on or fix, we'll definitely look into that. Delay Gratz says, did Hangman versus Moxley redeem the Death Rider storyline? I don't think it fixes like the bad taste it left in people's mouths. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be like, let's change our grades for Dynasty or anything like that. But I think that there was a plan the whole time, and it was to get to this point to where people wanted to see Moxley lose, and Moxley wanted to be that sell at the end was perfect. Like, he really made you feel like I got nowhere else to go. This guy stepped up. I'm done. He stepped up. He got me. It worked. The handcuffing of Marina Shafir, it worked. Like all of this was built up so that Marina's gonna do this. Here she comes. Here comes Yuta. Danielson stopped him. Like you cut off each of those points. It worked. So partial. I'm saying partial. Like it does redeem part of it, but it doesn't redeem all of the past stuff either.
Delayed Gratz. Conrad just said that just articulated that beautifully. I'm just going to piggyback slightly. The ugliness of the Death Rider storyline will never be erased. It was really bad. It was really bad. And I think it honestly ruined about 3 or 4 pay-per-views in a row. I've said it about Triple H time and time again. Just because Triple H is here and the old guy is here, that doesn't mean that Triple H is doing well. Now, here we go. The Death Rider stuff was all the way down here. It's not that Moxley and Page just took it here. No. The Death Rider storyline was down here. Page and Moxley at All In did not just go here. It went here.
He put his hand very high for the audience.
So it didn't redeem the garbage that we've seen from the Death Rider storyline. But here's a way to put it, Conrad. It didn't redeem it, but it made it worth it.
There you go. And the people got into the story of Hangman's redemption, the beef with MJF. They finally figured out how to put when we went, if you go back and listen to me, Sean, Derek, all of us, October, November, this company was lost until they had the Continental Classic. They were lost. I was like, one week I liked it, then the next week I'm like, what happened to last week? What are we doing? But they finally figured out what they wanted to do. Really good. I heard it was sold out now, Matt. I don't know if that's true for Dynamite in Chicago. And thank you for answering the questions before as well. Look at that. I'm not a fan of AEW, but All In started to win me over a little. Will we see where it goes from here? I am cautiously optimistic.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I respect it. Just give it a chance.
And hold on. Before I go, if you don't think this is a success, I don't know what to tell people.
Oh, please.
I don't know what to tell people. Like, that's amazing that they sold that.
If that's not a success, I don't know what you want.
Facts. Hold on. We got a $5 super chat. Well, Hubs, Hangman versus Moxley made the Death Rider story worth it in the end.
Yes,
nothing wrong with that.
That's the word, my friend. That's the word.
Yes.
And thank you for the super chat, Billy Gratz.
Where does Mox go from here? I think Mox is going to end up feuding with Darby Allin. Darby doesn't need the title. Their beef is personal, and Darby's never beaten Moxley in their 5 bouts in AEW. So Darby has a hill to climb, or excuse me, a mountain to climb.
Oh, there you go.
So we got
that wasn't a corny joke. That was smooth.
A little bit of both. I caught myself though. Yeah. TNA Slammiversary is happening next Sunday. So make sure you guys are there. We won't be live before this happens, so you will probably hear our thoughts on it afterwards. But let's run through this, man, and give ourselves a quick review on everything that's lined up for us here. We got Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali live, 1-on-1. Sean, I don't know how you felt about their matches in WWE, but you can give me Cedric versus Mustafa any day. Like, those were the matches that made that cruiserweight division when they had it.
Give me Cedric versus Ali with the proper significance behind it, and we're looking at a 5-star quality.
I don't know if this is a short jump off for these two again or what, but I think Cedric could pick up the win here.
And I'll be watching that on Triller TV pay-per-view. Make sure you guys check that out, man. Their prices are very reasonable.
Yeah. Triller's going to definitely hold it down when it comes to the TNA pay-per-views. Now, we also have Tessa Blanchard taking on Indy Hartwell.
I think this is important for Indy Hartwell because I think this is a testing ground for Indy Hartwell. We all know how we feel about the other person. I don't want to mention her name. Indy Hartwell is clearly not on that level as it relates to in-ring talent. However, she can prove herself. How the bookers book it will be obviously a little bit iffy because I'm sure the other person is going to get the win. But I hope Indy Hartwell comes out and shows the world what she can do against somebody before she showed her true colors of what kind of human being she is, a top quality professional wrestler in the women's division.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to have Tessa eat a little crow here or what, but
it would be nice. It would be nice, but if I had to bet the house, I'd say no.
Yeah. Good. Indy wins this. This is her proving grounds match.
I hope you're right.
Ali wins. What else do we have on here? We have an X Division Championship match. Yo, it's time, bro. Leon Slater's got to beat Moose.
Nope.
Leon Slater is the one. You said nope?
I love what you're saying, Conrad, but the answer is no. Moose is the forever X Division champion, bro.
I don't know, man. I see Leon being the guy, man. This guy fell off the top
not at
of that
Slammiversary.
scaffold.
Not at Slammiversary. If this was Bound for Glory, maybe I'd say something different.
Okay. All right. I respect it. We have a women's tag title match. We have the Elegance brand versus the Inspiration. I think this has been one of the most suffering divisions for TNA. Mm-hmm. You don't have too many tag teams. They brought back the Inspiration here. Do the Inspiration take the tag titles?
I think so. And I think it's for all the reasons you just talked about. The X division, the women's division of the Knockouts tag team division, for TNA needs this kind of a facelift. I think the Iconics, aka Inspiration, can definitely be that facelift. I think they were good in WWE. They're good now. I think they were brought back for this reason. I think they take the belts.
Yeah. I think they're on a solid path. I think you can do a little flip-flop with them and build a feud to a big match at Bound for Glory while you're still trying to put together new teams.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of tag teams, let's stick with it. TNA World Tag Team Ladder Match. Who's surprised by that one? Not this guy. It's going to be the Hardys versus the Nemeths, who are the tag champs, versus the Rascals versus First Class. AJ Francis and Casey Navarro are going to be in this as well. I'd like to see First Class take this, Sean. I'm coming with a little bold prediction. I want to see them become the champs because I've seen everyone else be champs. I love the Rascals. We don't need to see them. The Hardys have had it. The Nemeths have had it. Go with First Class.
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at you right now because I thought that my take on First Class was going to be a solo take. You stole my thunder. I think First Class wins these belts, and I think it would be fantastic. I think that the days of talking about him going over the top rope in SmackDown and not being able to, get over the top rope the way he was supposed to, I think the days are long behind him. I love his character development. I love his tag team dynamic. And I think First Class wins. I think they are the new TNA World Tag Team Champions.
Moving on, we have a title versus title match. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road, I say, Sean. Masha Slamovich is going to have Lay in her corner with Zaya Brookside, and we are going to have them going up against JC Jane and her crew. Both titles are on the line. Winner takes all. Is this where TNA finally gets a moment?
No.
Or is this where NXT shows their dominance? And
yes.
This is going to be her. I don't want to say so. I view JC Jane was going to be a transitional champion, right? Mm-hmm. And this is going to be her prize to make up for it when she loses the NXT championship. You got the Impact title. Like, there you go. You got the TNA Knockouts title.
WWE has made TNA their you-know-what. And this Sunday night will be the culmination of that. When the developmental champion of World Wrestling Entertainment, JC Jane, defeats the TNA Women's World Champion in a match, one-on-one, winner take all. I don't know how anybody could possibly think that WWE would ever do the right thing in a situation like this. Slamovich should win. The whole world knows Slamovich should win. I know it. You know it. The chat knows it.
She should be in NXT, probably signed over there doing her thing.
JC Jane will be the new unified champion, and it makes me. And I like JC Jane. Nothing against JC Jane, but her winning this belt makes me sick because it's nothing but another WWE power play. And TNA should be ashamed of themselves for getting in bed with fleas. Because when you lay down with fleas, you come up with them. When you lay down with dogs, you come up with fleas. Enjoy getting bit.
Matt Lopez says JC Jane's NXT's bootleg Monet belt collector. Doesn't WWE want Masha Slamovich? That's what I've heard. I think Masha wins the NXT title so they can have Masha on NXT TV without paying for her WWE money.
There you go.
Good point. JC versus Masha is going to be a DQ finish or a no contest because of Jordan Grace. I'm calling it now. Masha wins, and I can't wait to see her show up in GCW carrying 3 belts.
I hope you're right.
Crush.
I hope you're right, Clown and MJB. I hope you're right, but I don't think
you know what?
you are.
I'm going to be bold. I'm going to take Masha with him. I'm going to rock with him and see.
This match is why I'm excited about Slammiversary, by the way. I cannot wait to see how this plays out.
Yeah, very interesting. And then we still got the main event. Joe Hendry versus NXT's Trick Williams, the current TNA champion, versus Mike Santana. If Mike Santana does not leave this show with the belt, I hope you know I'm going to go off.
What's the name of this show?
Slammiversary. They're in Long Island.
Is it Bound for Glory?
No.
Nothing's going to happen.
No, Sean, I know you're basing this on previous TNA.
Yeah.
You have to do this in New York City.
I hear you, bro.
You're in New York City. Why would Mike Santana lose here? And listen, you know why this is a triple threat. You know who's taking the pin in this. You don't know? You don't know? You're taking the pin.
Listen, you're talking, shame on you. And shame on people like M. Leezy for Sheezy and anybody else who delayed Gratz and McKinney and shame on you, got Quills. What are you guys doing? Are you actually making sense right now? Are you trying to make sense of World Wrestling Entertainment? Don't let the TNA fool you. Don't let the big, bold graphics that say total nonstop action fool you. This is NXT 2.0. Trick Williams and still.
I'm hoping you're wrong about this, my brother.
And you know what, Conrad Cushman? I hope I'm wrong too.
I hope so. But we'll be back here next week to give all of the latest and greatest when it comes to the breakdown of this show. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, you can watch it on Triller TV. TNA has their own app as well. And right now I am pulling up what we have going on here for Monday Night Raw. I'm going to put this graphic up as we do so. Sean, you let me know what you think. You can react to these. You ready?
All right, so we got Rhea Ripley open. It
doesn't say it. I'm just running down what it says right now. So after his successful defense against, I said that wrong. After his successful defense against Goldberg at Saturday Night's main event, World Heavyweight Champion Gunther will be live tonight. Fresh off her shocking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, right? Fresh off her shocking cash-in at Evolution, we will hear from the new Women's World Champion, Naomi, tonight.
Listen, big up to Naomi. She should be doing her thing, and I think she's going to come out and make her Raw debut, and everything's going to be cool.
Nikki Bella versus Chelsea Green tonight.
That's it.
And we also have a number one contender gauntlet match. The gauntlet match will have CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, and Penta. So,
my heart says Jey Uso, but it's not going to be Jey Uso. My head says LA Knight because LA Knight just beat Seth Rollins. No matter how it was supposed to go, whatever, that's neither here nor there. He beat Seth Rollins. I should put him into a position to actually have it make sense for him to challenge Gunther. But the actual pick that I'm making is Corinthi Marquez Punk.
Winner is going to face Gunther at SummerSlam for the world title. So
Corinthi Marquez Punk is my prediction.
You
didn't know CM stood for Corinthi?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not.
It's okay. I'm here to help you, man.
I'm sorry, Phil. That's what it is. But
Corinthi Marquez. I appreciate you, Corinthi.
With that being said, man, that is locking us up, man.
Chat, you didn't know. Chat, in case you didn't know, CM Punk stands for Corinthi Marquez. I didn't know if you guys knew that. I just want to help you guys out.
Miracle said, "Why is Chelsea on Raw tonight? Tell me there's no brand split without telling me there's no brand split. I've given up, sir. I've given up."
Here comes Cody Rhodes again, idiot.
Clown says, "Bet we're getting Chelsea and Piper versus the Bellas at SummerSlam. Could be."
Oh God. By the way, expect the. There you go, Dougie. I know you like it. Listen, expect a very watered down SummerSlam this year. By the way, in case you guys didn't know, this 2-night format means it's going to be watered down and BS like WrestleMania's been.
Welcome. He said LA Knight should have signed at the place at least where his talent would have been appreciated. I don't know. Listen, LA Knight's got to make his moves right now at this point in his career. If you offer it, I'm there.
Big up to Doug for getting the correct spelling of Corinthi Marquez.
Yes. Shout out to Doug. We've had a fantastic week in wrestling, man. Sean, take us out, brother.
Listen, man, Conrad, it's been a pleasure. We got a lot of stuff cooking for you guys coming SummerSlam. It's only a couple weeks away, man. These things are coming back to back like hotcakes, man. So we're gonna let a lot of. Let's put it like this: we're gonna have content for you for night 1 and night 2. And what way it's gonna come, we don't know. We don't know if it's gonna be a couple of Hubbonomics episodes. We don't know if it's gonna be a couple of EPW episodes. We don't know if it's gonna be Clash on Hub. If it's gonna be Hub on Clash, Hub on EPW. But we have you covered that whole weekend. We're just trying to get the logistics taken care of. So look out for us. And as always, make sure you get ready and to rock and roll with us each and every Monday night, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Mothership. If you haven't subscribed to Clash of the Podcast or Everything Pro Wrestling right here, please do so. If you haven't subscribed to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly yet, please do so. If there's any discrepancy about Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, I will clear it up for you. It is Hub W Weekly in case you can't find it, but there's no reason you shouldn't be able to find it. So subscribe to both channels. It'll keep you updated about the upcoming programming. We appreciate you very much. And big shout out to the next number 1 contender in World Wrestling Entertainment, Corinthi Marquez Punk. On behalf of Conrad, my name's Sean. This is Clash of the Podcast. God bless. Be encouraged. Evil never prevails. Later.